Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to a weekend video. This one is going to be about Alliance raids. Similar to what I did with the Livestream recap, this is going to be similar to that particular video, except for this is hopefully going to be done in a more kind of like time constructive manner. So let's get into it. Of course, if you haven't already, go to the... I'll try and put a link in the description to this. It is the how the Alliance raids work system. Of course, this is probably going to be something that is not going to be for everybody, and of course check out in the description as well the write-up which is about this segment, which is taken from the Livestream Kabam put out on Friday. So yeah, the event is, in a nutshell, if you don't know already, you pick your role, pick your champion, move to your assigned path, then you pick the role boost, enter the fight, build up the bonus effect from the role boost, complete the mission to gain raid favor, gain role force, and then gain role charges. And everybody has a different role to play in it. It kind of is explained that in a nutshell, but it isn't, because there's a lot more that meets to it than meets the eye. I think one of the key things is setting out a understanding amongst your alliance who's got the strongest champions in the respective different types of role fields. So to give you a bit of a in a nutshell type kind of like assessment of that, right? It'd be like looking at the following and going, okay, well, look around your alliance and say to yourself, okay, who could rank 5 and ascend? So basically the strongest champion. Who has this as the strongest champion? Me, right now, I could say, okay, well, I've got myself of these particular ones here. Well, I've got a pretty strong Nick Fury. Recently got him. I've put him up as rank 4 as a 6-star, but I could get him. I could get him further. Of course, I could. What else? Well, there's Absorbing Man. You know, I recently got him, but I know someone in my alliance who's got one at rank 5 and is ascended. The same thing in a lower sense, like if you've got a 5-star ascended version, and say what if for whatever reason it is available and you're able to do it at a 5-star ascended type scenario, it could be a case of like, okay, well, someone in your alliance has got that. Okay, go do it. Go put it in. Someone might have a 7-star Angela that's duped. Maybe, don't know. Could be, and that can be very effective. I've just recently ascended my yes, I have. I recently ascended my Doctor Doom, my 6-star version, which got relics, pretty powerful. I mean, it's on screen right now. I could rank 5 it, and that could be a really strong option to be a tactician-based champion for this. But this is something I think that the communication needs to be with your alliance. Your alliance need to have that, and to go, okay, who in your alliance has got it? Who is likely to be the tactician within the battleground? Because that's the other question as well, I think that a lot of people have. It's like, well, how many people? So what Kabam, how many people take part in it? So what Kabam did in the particular live stream is they did give some other information, which we'll go over in this segment right here. So the event actually looks quite fun. The kind of key to it is like you don't actually need to live. Very weird, isn't it, to kind of like have that. It's targeted really at like veteran players, those that have those diverse counters, rosters, whatever it is. That, you know, and we said it, like if you've got a rank 5, 6-star version of a champion or a 7-star version of the champion within the tactician, within Vanguard, within whatever it is, then look, that's or Assault. You've got all that right there. That's essential. That's going to be a good thing. Of course, you need to be enlisted, which is another important thing. You can run it as multiples and say, okay, well, BG1, which is here, run it. BG2, run it. But BG3 doesn't run it. You can run this on the side with your AQ side of things, but at the same time, it's like, look, if you don't want to put the pressure on all of your alliance mates and members, then you don't have to. There's that flexibility for that, right? And a plan from an alliance is so darn important. I'm sure that a lot of alliance leaders and officers are going to be thinking themselves ready to plan some things with it. I think one of the other things to mention is that when you're choosing the champions, and choosing champions, of course, is a very important thing, as John is kind of displaying right here, depending on whatever your assignment is, or your designation, your role, sorry, within this is your Assault, your Vanguard, and your Tactician, is then going, okay, well, you've got to choose yourself a boost for you've got to choose a mission well, there'll be a mission actually selected, but there'll be a boost for that, which as soon as we get into it. Some of the various different bosses have different mission objectives, which you can see on the screen right now. It's Maestro as well. Oh dear, Maestro. But yeah, there's different types of things that go with it, and we'll just like, you know, as John's kind of like showcasing right here. You then go to your path, your assignment there. By the way, if you do mess up, you can return back onto it if you do make that indeed mistake. But like, if you're going in alliance, you're like, okay, well, we're splitting off here. Cool. Okay, you're going up there. Maybe, don't know. Again, it's down to planning. These are your different types of boosts right here, which you can see on the screen. And of course, different ones will reflect each individual champion that is going to be a benefit. You know, you have to really read this and go, or future, or kind of prepare for it before you go into it, or think about it. So you can just I would say you can preview before going in to just kind of go, okay, well, if you click on it, what you're getting, you know, for John, one of those, as he said, like it positively impacts onto Angela. I think it's this one here, which is unparalleled buffs rather than super buffs. I don't know if it gives you a bit of an idea of here, going like with Mystic Champions, because it's got the eye, because you're nullifying. That's kind of like Doctor Doom, if indeed he comes under that particular banner. I'm not saying exactly, it's just a case of like, look, just read. If it says nullify, I have a champion that nullifies. Oh, buffs, unique buffs. I have a champion that does that. Look, it's like, it's pretty one of these things where in some ways it helps you out, which obviously the choice there is that particular unparalleled buffs. And of course with these end bosses right here, they're going to have a high hit pool, 126 million. That's a lot, you know. And I thought Necropolis, you know, 8 mil per path fight was bad. I actually look forward to the Grandmaster fight. That tells you all you need to know about Necropolis, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, look, this is part of John's plan here. John has to do his mission, his side of things when it comes to tactician, and that may be whatever it will be. There'll be things that he has to do. Maybe it's ending an attack on a medium, which you can see there's an M there. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not kind of like telling you exactly what it is, but I'm saying an example. You'll be giving missions to do. This will positively impact on the next player in the next thing. Is it going to be those that are Assault or Vanguard? Maybe. It might be like, okay, do your thing that you need to do in this fight here. John's doing as a tactician. It will positively benefit, which you can say that Assault charge. So Assault. So it benefits Assault. So when the Assault player goes in with it. So again, to clarify, you are going to be assigned by different types of champion roles. You might be tactician. I might be Assault. And person to my right is going to be Vanguard. You need to do your Assault. You need to do your tactician work. So I can do my Assault work. So he can do, or she can do, or they can do their Vanguard work. Essentially, that's it, and it kind of then goes back to the other person. So it's like a rotational thing of how we benefit each other, how we improve each other, how we're then able to do more damage and therefore take down the boss. That is the kind of camaraderie, the cooperative play that this all entices with it. So yeah, that really kind of like clarifies that. There's also some more things to kind of bring you that Kabam have said. Of course, like when the timer runs out, it's gone. Like it's gone. Like again, to give an idea, like this is Tyler going in right now, and he's got 3 minutes to do as much damage as possible. And of course, you know, it's like he does as much as he can, and after that, it's like gone. At that point, you have to wait another day to go back in. You think you get like some revives you can use for it. I think they said you could use AQ based materials, so maybe check out your glory store and you can go back in and do some more damage, possibly, but that's going to be a working thing to just check out. Of course, one of the great things is there's new music. I'm not playing it on now because it's like I just want to get these kind of like points off, but and also you probably just hear fighting. So yeah, bosses have missions. 180 tickets will cover you for a 7-day period of working through your boss battles. So it's like everyone has an entry to go in, and you know you could just do, I don't know, two fights maybe, or kind of like 2 goes at it. And then it's like, okay, well, what can I do for the rest of the day? Nothing. You won't be doing anything more in raids. You have to wait till the next day. So you're starting on Tuesday, you're starting on Monday. You then do your fight, and it's like, okay, right, I've done as much damage as possible. I've helped out my other player. Cool. I can't access anymore. Fine. Well, you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow, come in, do some more damage. Boom. We'll take down the Kang boss. He's done. We're moving on to the Thanos boss. In theory, that's how it beautifully would play out if it indeed was the case. But, you know, that's the case of like how all these things can work. And I think that's really it for now. We're going to move on to the next stage of things to talk about. So the revives that are potentially available will be 100% revives. I don't know if they're used in this particular situation. It was on stream, but yeah, you can get 100% revives each time to kind of go in to it. I think the biggest thing is going to be planning camaraderie, cooperative play, cooperative kind of alignment is going to be such a key and crucial element to this. I can see Discord-based planning being such a big, crucial element to all of this. Like, you will have to plan, you really will have to plan and go time zones. Who's available to do what? You know, if you've got an alliance, I think it's trying to find out like who's in what time zone. If you've got, I don't know, if you've got a battle group that is very much European centric, then that's good. Go, okay, well, we've got 10 people that are best to be grouped together in the Alliance BG3, for example. They are all in European time zone. They have at least a 2 to 4 hour difference. So that is ideal because it's like, okay, well, whoever's the earliest in the time zone, say, I don't know, like, what is it? Like, Britain, like me. I move as the first person. So I'd be like, I don't know, tactician. And then it would be like, okay, well, Joe Blogs is in France, who's an hour ahead. They will go in next. It may be a case of they go in the morning or whatever. And then the next person, which is like, I don't know, time zone, slight difference. Let's just say Germany, for example. They will go in after. Again, that's kind of like giving a rough idea. It's not exactly the case, but it's like, okay, well, at least I know that when I wake up in the morning, I'm active first, as the first tactician. The next person would be the assault person. They go in next, and the vanguard we're finishing off. Britain, France, Germany. Again, it's a rough example, but it's like trying to balance and manage your time zones so that when someone wakes up and is active, they're active at that point before they start work, before they have breakfast, and it's that kind of ideal time because it's never really ideal in the evenings and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just trying to find like a good balance, and I think that's going to be, of course, key to the planning side of things. But that's like a long kind of like way of kind of explaining that. I don't want to go too long. I think that's probably it for it. Kabam obviously want to spark new life into this, and of course something Kabam Mike said, that there's a likelihood that you can do 420% damage over the course of Alliance raid, so there's a good chance everybody will get a chance. Is this the case? Is that this could be very much kind of like pay for entry type event? Yeah, of course. But I would say with anything, like, go give it a try. Find out, number one, how much of an expense it is to you as a player base, as to your frustration level. Then we give that feedback back to Kabam. If they don't change anything, there's problems. So let's try and find the problem from experiencing it first, and then put the criticism in from there. So let's kind of like look at that first. You can get more of the tickets by doing more in map 8, I think, so you can surplus your spend. But I think when we did the calculation, it seemed very spendy, or Kabam didn't really kind of explain it too much. In any case, when it comes to the fight parameters of it, do bear in mind. Also, I think Iron Man is going to be great, especially for that regen that it gets back and the extent of damage you can do. But you do get rooted in place and have similar kind of Necropolis-based, Ankh-based punishments. If you reach to the end, or close to a certain threshold, and it's like, okay, well, look, it's going to root you, it's going to intercept you, it's going to be unblockable, it's going to do all those things that are annoying. In any case, that has been a video. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of an overview of it. right up in the description down below. And we'll try and do a like alliance raids explained in 5-minute video next week. But no promises. I need to try and find the best way to kind of explain it in a very short space of time. But I'll do my best. Much love, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.